Hey, what's up, Dani here, and welcome to my channel and another video. Today we're finally gonna do the Q&A. I've announced like almost 3 weeks ago. I did say I would do it on the 28th of February, but some stuff happened in my family, so I didn't feel like doing a video at all. But now I'm finally back, and I thought first thing first, I'm gonna do the Q&A. So that's what we are doing today. So let's just get started, because I know I ramble a lot, so this could take forever. So I'm already apologizing for a long video. But yeah, let's start with the first person and the first questions. The first person who asked a question was Daniel, aka Danoh's Comics, and he asked, what is your favorite manga style story, and can you give a couple of examples? That's a very interesting question. I don't even know my favorite manga style. If you watch my manga hauls, you mostly see like 4 different kinds of manga I'm getting, which is, 1 is the sports manga, 2 it's the supernatural one, 3 it's the slice of life one, and 4 could go with the supernatural one. It's mostly just like action, adventure, just any of that. You barely see me pick up a romance manga. I don't think I even own one, apart of maybe you can count A Silent Voice, but for me that's more drama and slice of life and less romance, because yeah, it does have romance in it. I don't mind romance elements in manga, obviously, but I don't like reading just about that. I don't need just a love story. It has to have some action or something as well. So I think there you have like 4 different kinds of favorites that I have. I think my favorite style and story is anything mysterious, action, thrillery thing. I think if I have to show one manga that includes everything I love, that is like the perfect manga for me for story, style, art, and everything, I would have to go with The Girl from the Other Side. This manga has everything that I love. It's hella mysterious. You have no idea what's coming. It's not predictable at all. At least for me, it's not. It's very dark, even if it doesn't appear dark. It's not like Walking Dead gory and Tokyo Ghoul gory. There's no blood or anything, but the whole feel of this manga is just so dark and mysterious, starting from the covers already. The art, with it being so dark with the contrast, it's mainly just black and white. With the mysterious story, you have no idea what's going on, what is true, what is real, who is lying, what is happening, anything. And that's what I really love about this. The dark art, the dark feel, the whole manga, the size of it, the feel of the cover, everything is different to any other manga I own. So this is that kind of manga that just, I love it, because there's nothing I hate about this. Everything fits perfectly, everything makes it perfect for me, and I think I have to say that this is one of my favorite manga series of all time. I know I'm only collecting manga for a bit more than a year, so I can't really speak for all time because I haven't been doing this for long enough. But for me right now, out of my collection, what I have been reading, I gotta say that this is my favorite manga, my favorite story, my favorite art style. And yes, so this is definitely a favorite of mine. But of course I love everything I read. I love a good sports manga, I love a good slice of life comedy manga like Barakamon, Yotsubato, Sweetness and Lightning, as I said, A Silent Voice. Just all that kind of stuff. I love it because it's not as dark as other stuff I read, so as a change for reading, I love it a lot. It just makes me laugh and it makes me happy, and I love that as well. And I love everything supernatural. This one's supernatural. I've always loved supernatural since I'm little. I've always loved vampires and demons and just anything like that. I grew up with watching Charmed and started reading like Twilight, and I watched Vampire Diaries and just everything. Like I just always loved all this mysterious, mythical, supernatural stuff. My favorite TV show is Supernatural. So yes, anything like that is always good in my book. But as I said, I kind of have 4 genres, how you say, 4 kinds of manga that I own mostly. The one thing that I have to say, one thing that surprised me in manga is me liking Vinland Saga and Blade of the Immortal, because I am not a historical fiction person. But if the story is very well written, if I love the characters, I can read pretty much anything. Because if I don't connect or like a character, I will not be able to read the manga or the book or the comic. Even if it's hella good, even if the story is amazing, if I can't connect to the characters, there is no way I can get through it. So pretty much anything can work for me as long as I love the characters. So this is kind of how I'm looking at things and how I choose things and how I read things. So yeah, but yeah, I'm trailing off the main topic. So yes, I think my favorite manga style / story is anything that is similar to The Girl from the Other Side. Yes. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Right. And his second question is, what's your favorite comic book and character? Right, okay. What is my favorite comic book? That's actually a really good question. I haven't asked that question myself yet. I haven't been reading comics in forever, but I have to say that as well. I'm gonna make this short. To make it easier for me, I'm gonna divide this into the category of Marvel, DC and Indie. Marvel, gosh, I'm not even reading that many anymore. I love Hawkeye. I just love the simplicity of the comic, the real feel of it, the normality. It's kind of like a slice of life. Really, it's not really a superhero comic, and I love it. It's funny, and I just love this character so much. I'm like an underdog when it comes to that. I'm an outsider when it comes to that. I really freaking love Hawkeye. I am a bit disappointed that he hasn't been in the trailer of Infinity War yet. I know he is in the movie, even if it's probably just gonna be a tiny part. But I just really love Hawkeye. I don't know, I'm just one of these. I'm trying to protect him from evil. So there is that. So definitely one of my comic books that I love is Hawkeye. I think it's just such a great, fun read. Captain America has always been my favorite. MCU anyway. Like, I've seen all the films. Like, I'm all in for the whole movie universe of Marvel. I'm excited for every film. I've watched every film. And I've always loved Captain America. I'm always Team Cap. Never gonna change sides ever. I don't know, that's just Captain America is just that character that you as a normal person can kind of look up to, as from where he came from and what he became and how he did it, his mental, how he didn't listen to anybody else, how he didn't let it affect him, how people viewed him at first. And I think that's just really good for everybody that is dealing with this kind of stuff in real life, with the self-doubt and everything like I do. So Captain America has always been like something to hang on to go on in life. Even it sounds very sad, but it is a fact. So I would probably, Captain America is always gonna be in my heart. So for me it's always Captain America and Hawkeye. Then for DC, I don't really read a lot of DC. I think at the moment I'm reading like 4 titles only. But my favorite character has always been Nightwing, not Batman. Nightwing is my favorite. I've read most of his comics and I always will. I love him so much. If I'm choosing a side character that is not a superhero, like superhero, what is a superhero? He's still kind of a superhero, just different, but I've always loved Alfred. Alfred is like my favorite character in the DC universe. I love him so much and he's like the reason I'm actually reading Batman and I'm watching anything Batman related. Because I just really love Alfred. He's so badass and he's just great. So yes, but if I'm gonna choose a superhero, I'm gonna go with Nightwing. Always Nightwing. Second will be Beast Boy. I love this little boy. And he has got my favorite superpower. That's probably one of the questions that's coming later on. So yeah, I've already answered one of those. But yep. And the last thing is indie. I'm very new to indie, so I don't even think I have a favorite character because it's really hard to choose one because it's not like a universe like Marvel and DC. It's like all the comics are different, they're a different world. So I don't think I have a favorite just yet. Favorite comic? That one's hard as well. I hate Fairyland just for how it's done. The art and the style and just the fluff that isn't fluff, and I just love it. I love Scott Young. His art is just so cool. I wish I would have his skills of drawing. I love Saga, but I'm kind of in a lot of people do, so it's like mainstream almost. But I just like Saga, and I'm surprised I like Saga because I'm not the sci-fi person. But yeah, I like anything mysterious. I can't wait to start to read Postal. I need more crimey stuff in my life again. So yes, I think that would be my answer to this. It's a long ass answer, I'm sorry. I'm trailing off a lot. So yes. Right, thanks to Daniel for the questions. Go follow him if you like comics, and he's also gotten into manga recently, which is great. I've been following him for a long time. for the comics, so yes. So next one would be Samuel Trejo. His question, or I assume it's his question because it's the only question mark question in there. So he said, congratulations. So comics are still on the list. I know all the manga challenges kept you busy, so I thought maybe that was going to be the focus of the channel. Yes, I have been reading a lot of manga lately. I've done those challenges with the completion challenge last year, where I've mainly focused on buying manga, and now with the February manga challenge, where I've only read manga all month, and I haven't been buying any comics in a long time, so I had nothing to read. So that was the reason I wasn't reading any comics. But I can say, yes, comics are still on the list. I will get back to comics. I've already ordered comics. I will do a comic haul next month, so you can look out for that. I'm still into comics. That's not gonna change. And yes, so to answer your question, yes, comics are still on the list. So that is for his question. Thanks for the question, and go follow him as well if you love comics and manga, because he's collecting both like I do. Yes. Right, next one who asked a question is Old Shaman. He's got 3 questions for me. So the first one is, rarest item in your comic/manga collection? Honestly, I do not think I have one, because as I said before, I'm very new to manga especially, and I'm not really the figure collector and like rare things collector. My manga, all of my manga is mainly still in print, and I don't really have any figures yet, so I don't think anything is rare in my manga collection. For the comics, I think there's the same. I think the only thing I have, which is not anything related to comics and manga, well, now that there is a comic, I could relate it to it, but is I've got a hot toy of Marty McFly from Back to the Future, and I think hot toys are limited for a short time, I think. I'm not into it at all, so I have no idea about any of this. So I think that one would be the only item in my collection that I could actually make money from yet. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else, honestly, not yet. Maybe in a few years I will. But as for the moment, nope, I have nothing. Then his second question is, any new video ideas? I know I've been terrible lately with videos. I've only done like the same videos over and over again. I have been thinking about a lot of videos I could do. I want to do all the top 10, top 5 lists of favorite manga, favorite covers, favorite artists, favorite, I don't even know, characters, everything like all the other people are doing, you know. But I have a very big problem at doing lists of things and actually put them in order. I cannot do it. I just simply cannot. You can ask me my top 10 movies and I could not make a top 10. I would just give you 10 movies I love and none of them are in any order. So if I would do any top 5, top 10, top whatever videos, which I will be doing this year, I'm trying to be better this year, it will not be in any kind of order. It will all be just in no particular order at all. But this is something I've been thinking of doing very soon. Obviously, now that I'm getting new manga series new number ones. I will probably get back into doing first impressions again. And I don't even know, I'm just thinking about a lot of things I could do on my channel that isn't manga related. I don't even know. Yesterday after Japanese class I had this idea of doing like a new word every week kind of video where I'm just gonna show a few words I've learned in class or something like that, or including more art stuff into my videos, or I don't know. Honestly, like some ideas just come to my head randomly, but I'm very lazy as well, so like actually making the videos is another thing. But if there's any ideas you have or anything you would like to see, just leave a comment down below and let me know. I'm always happy for like new ideas. But yes, I'm trying to get a lot of other videos up on my channel this year, so look out for that. And his third and last question is favorite Mangatuber. I knew that question would come. These are the sort of question people try to ask and then get an answer out of it, whereas a lot of people are just gonna be like, no comment on that. Honestly, if I follow you, I follow you for a reason. So if I wouldn't like your videos, I wouldn't follow you. So I don't actually do favorites, because that's just silly, because everyone brings some different things in their videos. But if I'm gonna answer this honestly, which I'm trying to do in this video, I'm going by one person who has made a big massive influence on my collection to begin with. I think you probably all guess who it is. But if I'm being like, if I'm just looking at my manga collection, at my comic collection, at my shelf, and I'm looking at what I'm having and why I got these, it all goes down to one person for the most part, not everything. I see other things in other videos and I write it down and I buy it eventually. So, but the biggest influence on my manga collection so far had InsidiousSwede, obviously. He also knows that, because the reason is he kind of likes similar things to me. So when he says something is good and he likes something, I completely trust him that this is true. And then I'm getting the manga or the comic and then I'm reading it and I love it. So I don't think he actually likes it, because it puts a big pressure on him now, because I'm actually giving all my trust to him. So yes, but honestly, it's just, I don't think it's fair to have like favorites. It's just, as I say, everyone is being really great in this community. The whole community is awesome. Everyone's just really nice and fun, and we all like the same things, and yeah, it's just really great in this community. I don't think I've ever been in a community on YouTube that was like that, so I'm just really happy to be in this community, and I love everyone that follows me. I love everyone I follow, so yes. But you got my answer, so there you go. Right, and speaking of, next person to ask me questions, thank you for that, is InsidiousSwede, and he's got 3 questions for me as well. The first one is favorite manga partnership. For example, Gon and Killua. That was actually a good example. It would be one of mine. Yeah, Gon and Killua is great. But I don't even know if I can actually say that this one, because I haven't actually read the manga to it, but I watched the anime, but I will get the manga eventually. but I really love Ed and Al from Full Metal Alchemist. I just really love these two brothers and how they went through all the things they had to go through. I've only watched the Brotherhood anime, so yes, but I really loved it, and I wanted to get the manga, but I didn't want to get the whole thing yet because money. But they announced a hardcover, I think. So if that actually happens and they bring out a hardcover reprint of Full Metal Alchemist, like Vinland Saga, I'll probably get it, that one. So I will read it in a manga form very soon as well. So yeah, I would say my favorite manga partnership is Edward and Elle from Full Metal Alchemist, but also Gon and Killua is a good example. Basically all four are very cool partners. But yeah, that will be my answer. The boys. And the second question is favorite manga series without a physical release. So I hope I understand this right, and it means favorite manga series that doesn't have an English official version, hopefully. So I would have to read it on the internet, like people read Kingdom and all that stuff. Honestly, I haven't actually read a series online because it doesn't exist as an English print. I always try to stick with physical releases only. But a few weeks ago, as I said, if you've watched my final video of the February manga challenge, I included a new series that I've been reading online, and that is School Babysitters, and that is actually the first manga series that I'm reading online because it doesn't exist in an English release. So I can't even give a favorite because that one's the only one I'm reading yet. I'm just really weird with, I don't know, it's just so different to read a manga online. It's just not the same feel as when you actually hold the book. So I'm always try to stay away from it. So that one's the first one I'm actually reading. So yeah, I can't give you a favorite, but that one's the only one. Maybe at some point I will read more physical releases, more not physical releases, but yeah. As for now, I'm not reading a lot of them. I hope I understood the question right. And his third question is, off topic, favorite video game. Now I'm not surprised this question is here. I'm not the biggest gamer, I have to say that. I'm not one who plays Call of Duty and all these games. I'm not really into these shooter games. I've never been. Gaming is a very little part of my life. I do it occasionally for fun. I do prefer handheld consoles because it's easy to do just before like going to bed, or just when you have like half an hour to kill or something, you can take it with you. If I play a game, it's more like either things that I can't do in real life, as in like being total shit. I love playing, if I'm on my PlayStation, I love playing GTA just for the fun. I've never actually gone any further in a game. I'm terrible at these games. I get stuck very quick and then I hate it and I'm not gonna continue, but I just love GTA for the fact that I can just do shit. I can steal cars and kill people and drive into the donut shop so the donut falls down. Yeah, I have one GTA game, but I don't remember which one it is. I don't even know where I have these games. I'm gonna have to check. Right, so I couldn't find my GTA game. I can't find half of my shit. I don't know where I have put all this stuff. I haven't been playing PlayStation in years, I gotta be completely honest. Part of GTA, I love cars. I love racing games. My dad used to play all the Formula 1 games on the PlayStation 1. I used to play as well when I was little, but I like more of the street cars, Fast and Furious kind of thing. So I love Need for Speed. I found a few games. I haven't been playing those in ages either. I've got Need for Speed for the Xbox 360. And I got Most Wanted and Pro Street for the PSP, which I haven't played in forever either. But I love these games because you can just go and do racing and drive into things and escape from the police and all that. So I love that. As I said, I love doing shit I can't do in real life. I'm hella scared of driving in real life, so kind of weird. I also like the occasional FIFA. I only got one game. I got it for £1.50 second hand. £1.50, as you can see. And a lot of my stuff is second hand, honestly. I haven't been playing that in a while either. Xbox, PlayStation, no, not for a while. Obviously, I do have some Pokemon games as well, because who doesn't? This is the Heart Gold one. I think the only Pokemon games I've ever had is Heart Gold and the yellow version for the Game Boy. What was the time of the yellow version Game Boy Color? I never had a color, I only had the gray first one, the old one. I'm very old, so you know. But I'm a Nintendo person, totally Nintendo person. I think if we can go with my favorite game, I would say it's Mario Kart. I have played it on, I think, 4 or 5 different consoles. This one being the first. Yeah, I still have a 64. It's my favorite console of all time. Nothing will be better than this was, even if the graphics are shit. I have a lot of memories with that. I still own a 64. I haven't played it in a while because I got a DS and a Switch now, so I don't really need to play it, but it's a lot of fun to have it, to own it. So yes. We also have the DS version and the Nintendo Wii version, but my sister has those. And obviously I've got the Mario Kart Deluxe for the Switch. I love Mario Kart. Mario Kart has been in my life forever. Mario Kart is just great and fun, and I love it. But also just general Mario games. I found only one. Look at this old thing. Super Mario 3. Super Mario Advance 4. I can't even play this anymore because I don't think I have one of these Game Boys anymore. Just sad. Very sad. But yeah, good times, good times. So yeah, I think my favorite video game would be Mario Kart, but also Need for Speed / GTA, just, you know, for fun. For me, it's like fun. I'm just terrible at gaming. I'm gonna be completely honest. I am terrible at all these games where I have to like do things and get through things. I've played Enter the Matrix because I love Matrix, and I've played Enter the Matrix on the PlayStation, and I still have it somewhere. I haven't played it in forever, and I'm always stuck on the same freaking place in the game, and it pissed me off to no end, and I tried new again, and I tried new again, and it's shit. I'm terrible at this, I'm gonna be completely honest, and I think that's why I'm not playing a lot, because I'm so impatient when it comes to gaming. I just need something that is easy to do, so having like Mario Kart and this stuff is like easier, say like that. I hate when someone is like driving right when I'm first and it's like the end of the third round, and like right before the end of the race someone is like shooting some shit at me and I'm not gonna be first and I'm just gonna be raging. And yeah, I'm a very bad gamer, just so you know. I'm one of these people who's throwing the remote controller at the wall. Yes, I've done it. So yeah, that is for the questions from InsidiousSwede. Thanks for the questions. I don't have to say people should follow InsidiousSwede, because who doesn't? Yes. And on to the last person and last questions. To be honest, for the little amount of questions I have, I've been talking a lot. And I feel like this video is gonna be like an hour long, and it's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit it, so yes. And I'm just gonna be looking at the program and listen to my voice, and I'm just gonna be hating every second of it, but yes. Right, let's go to the last person and the last bunch of questions. The next and the last person to ask me question is Jingraves. He's someone who's new. I don't think he has a video up yet. I've met him on Goodreads, so he's trying to get his first videos up. Honestly, he's got the biggest manga collection I've ever seen, even more than InsidiousSwede. So that means something. I can't wait to see a collection video or something. So yes, you should go follow him so you can see his first videos. But on to the questions. Favorite manga series so far? I mean, I've already answered this kind of in the first question, which means the girl from the other side, definitely. But I'm in love with Haikyuu. Like, honestly, it's like such a part of my life now. I love it so much. And also Vinland Saga is amazing, and I love Barakamon, and there's just so many favorites I have. That's why I'm saying me doing top 10 lists is just gonna be a pain again. But yeah, I think The Girl from the Other Side and Haikyuu are my favorites at the moment, with Vinland Saga and everything else I'm owning. Yes. I'm sorry, I've been terrible with these questions. Right, and question 2 is, what other manga reader do you want to be like? Now, I'm not sure if this means like if I have to choose someone from the manga community that I wish I would be like as well, or just a general change I would like to do about myself to be a different manga reader. So I'm not sure which one's the question. So I don't think I can specifically name somebody, but I'm always impressed by people who actually really know everything about everything. Like when they do first impressions or talk about a manga or a story, and they just know everything about the backgrounds and the characters and even the artists, the mangaka themselves, and just everything. When I'm doing a first impression, I'm so terrible at it because I have no clue what I'm talking about. So I do wish I would be able to pick up more details and remember more details and be able to talk differently and more freely and better about what I'm reading and remember everything I'm reading, because I read so many manga and comics and books in general that it's just like there's so much information going to my brain, and I'm just like, everything gets all jumbled up, and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So I wish I would like be more in depth with the story, the manga, when I'm talking about it, know more about it, and talk better about it. So when I watch first impressions by other people, I'm just always amazed at how easy or different it is for them to talk about it, and how much information they can bring into the video that I didn't even know there was. I'm just like, oh yeah, that happened, and oh yeah, that's right, I didn't even realize that, or stuff like that. So yes, I'm just very, how would you say that? When I do a first impression, I basically just touch the surface, and while other people like really go into it. And yeah, I wish I would be that kind of manga reader who really knows what I'm reading about, and really can get into it, and knows the shit I'm reading, and knows the world, and knows everything. So yes, I'm not very good at this whole thing, to be honest. Right, question number 3. There's loads of questions. I don't even know if it fits the page. I can't even read and write, honestly, I'm terrible. See, there's where the problem is. If you could have someone send you any one manga series in their collection, who would it be and what series? I know what series right off the top of my head. I don't even have to think about this. I don't know who, because everyone, or a lot of people I follow, owns this series, so anyone is fine. But I think probably, as for right now, I would say Slam Dunk, because I would really love to read it, but I just can't afford to buy it because I'm so behind with everything else, and there's still so many manga I have to catch up on, and comics. I can't afford to start a new one that is massive. Besides, I have no clue how long it's gonna be in print and all that stuff. So yes, anyone who owns Slam Dunk and would give it to me, I would be happy about it, but obviously nobody would, because everyone loves it. So yes, maybe someday, maybe I'm just gonna read it online, I have no clue. But yeah, definitely Slam Dunk by anyone who owns it. And for the 4th question, what series has changed your life for the best? I don't know. It's an interesting question, to be honest. I think on a personal level of me starting to pick up a calligraphy class and like getting into this whole writing thing, I would have to say Barakamon. The main character of this story is very relatable to me. Character/artistic point of view. And I've always been interested in calligraphy. I've always thought it was very beautiful, and this nice writing and everything. And I always wanted to do it, to learn it, but I never did. And for some reason now, after reading Barakamon, I kind of decided to do it and go for it, so I did. So I think that's one series to name that has changed my life, a part of my life, a little part of my life. And I can't really name any series that has changed like a lot of my life or myself as a character yet. I haven't found that series yet. So yeah, but I would have to say, for now, I would have to say Barakamon. And the last question, which I knew it would come, because I remembered it was somewhere. What power would you want to have? As I said before, whenever I get this question, I will answer it with the same power. I've been answering this question the same way for years, and it never will change. I mean, everyone's going with like flying and things like that, because we can go places. And obviously that would be my favorite as well, because I would just love to be able to travel the world freely without having to pay for it. So I mean, obviously being able to fly, I can just fly everywhere I want. But my thought was like, but I also want to be able to do everything else, like swimming and, you know, jumping and everything. So why not try to have a power where you can change into whatever you want and then do whatever you want? So I would be definitely a shapeshifter, like Beast Boy from the comics. Not just a werewolf, but also just someone who can change into any given animal. So I can fly and I can swim, I can run through the jungle, and just like, you know, I could just travel the world to different places as different kinds of animals, and then obviously changing back to human again. But yeah, if I could have a power, it would definitely be that. Or anything healing wise, so I could heal stuff, people, animals. There's a lot of cool powers out there in all these comics and manga and just general fictional worlds. And a lot of them sound interesting, and I would love to have a power. But yeah, if I could choose, I would definitely have shapeshifting as my power. But yeah, that's already it for the Q&A. I can't believe I fit it on a page. I was afraid I would have to start a new one, but it fit perfectly for some reason. I've been talking way too much, so I'm gonna make this very short now, because I already feel like this video is way too long. Thanks to everyone for asking the questions. I definitely follow all of you and I love all of your videos, and everyone else watching this, thanks for watching. I hope I gave somewhat okay answers. I'm really bad at questions and answers, to be honest. I just never know how to answer things. But yeah, I hope I did a good enough job, and thanks again for the questions. Thanks for 300 subscribers, and thanks for watching all my videos. As I said, if you like to see different videos from me, any new video ideas, just leave it down in the description, in the comments, and I will write it down on my list of future videos I want to do. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for following, thanks for watching, thanks for asking, and yes, thanks for everything. But yeah, this is it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Bye!